Welcome, welcome, welcome to this edition of the David Robertson Show, where I'm your host, David Robertson. We're on location in the fair city of Royal Oak, to be exact, at one of the questionable places here, Former Vintage. I repeat, Former Vintage, located at the address of 202 North Center Street, which intersects with West 11 Mile Road. Here's my buddy Jordan. This is his store, Former Vintage. But the reason I'm back here, it's not so pleasant. This is part two of a carryover due to a corrupted landlord. I repeat, and he isn't corrupted by himself. I'm starting to believe city officials, especially the electrical inspector, is right in bed with them. If you viewers recall, there was and still is a major life-threatening issue here that hasn't been resolved. The electrical, the tampering of the meters. This has been approximately 60 days. That's 2 months since the head electrical inspector of the city of Royal Oak has been informed of this violation. In addition to DTE, the power suppliers. That's right, DTE, not Consumer Energy. DTE. I've also touched bases with the chief executive officer. That's right, Mr. Norcia. He's aware of this, sent his people out here. Well, without further ado, folks, let's walk right in the back and see what additional violations Mr. Emmanuel has did to this building, seeing that he's got the inspectors in his pockets. Here we go. All right, viewers, I'm having the cameraman to walk in the rear of this building. And we are approaching, and here we go, viewers. We're in the rear. Well, 202, which is the back door of Former Vintage, it seems as if that meter is still missing, which does constitute tampering of the meter. Anytime you take it upon yourself to remove an electrical meter, you're tampering with the meter, and that's a violation of the law. But in addition to that, viewers, we've been contacted by our viewers in a preponderous amount of email to look at the additional violation, electrical violation, which took place just yesterday. And yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, is November 23rd. Today is the 24th of November. Moving right on and down. Where is this additional violation? Let's see, folks. Moving on down. Oh, what is that we're approaching? It looks like an exhaust vent. The vent itself isn't in violation of code, but what is that laying next to it? It looks like some conduit. Conduit is piping that covers exposed wires. I wonder where it comes from. Oh, as we zero in on the vent, people, look here. This is a power vent, but it seems to be jerry-rigged. Look at this electrical wire. This is don't supposed to be this. This is a damn house wire. You can see. And incidentally, here at the address of 210 of the same building, there's no meter. This nigga then went hog wild. Look at this jerry-wig shit. Now let's follow that line. Goes up, over the service drop, following the conduit, boom. It makes a Michigan left. Let's follow it. Okay, folks. Let's go. Boom. Well, goes along here, folks, as you can see. All right. Goes along there. Yeah. Bam. Here it is there, folks. Looped around a freaking house extension cord going up the downspout of the gutter all the way up, folks, to the top. Look at that bullshit there. Now we're gonna step back so you can get a better viewing of this. I tell you folks, talking about massive corruption. Now, you probably can get a better viewing of this there. That illegal line, that house line, is running the length of the gutter, the downspout, all the way to the roof. Now, if you guys can see that, the equipment I'm using is not exactly superior, but if you focus in on that, you'll see the wire looped over the gutter. It's a homemade feed, which again is highly, highly dangerous because that particular wire was designed for indoor use, not heavy-duty outdoor use, and especially not to power up and supply a power vent. That's why they have conduit, that metal piping I showed you that enclosed the wiring. And incidentally, wiring have different ratings. To carry that level of juice, you need a heavy wire, not a residential for house use wire. It cannot support, it'll breach. It cannot carry that voltage. I wanted you viewers to take a look at this. Once again, this clearly shows that corruption runs array here in the fair city of Royal Oak. Because how is it that the chief inspector, electrical inspector, has been informed, shown videos of the missing meters now, and it's been 60 days. Nothing has changed. And in addition to that, now you got this. Folks, every person in this particular structure is at risk. I understand that they're apprehensive. They straight up scared. If they will make mention of this violation, the owner will find reason to evict them, whether it be the tenants who live upstairs or the shop owners downstairs. This is really disgusting. I'm sending this video once again to the chief executive officer of the power company, in addition to the mayor. How is it that a property owner can take it upon themselves to remove an electrical meter, which is the property of the power company? Isn't that tampering with a meter? And in addition to that, if he ain't got enough, now he jerry-rigs a power vent with a residential house cord. Isn't that something? Looks like somebody is taking payola, like turning the other way. God forbid, if electrical surge or any type of electrical deficiency take place, these people are hit. Let me tell you something about electrical fire. That's a whole different type animal. You cannot extinguish it with water. Signing off, yours truly, David Robertson, from The David Robertson Show.